How do you use multiband saturation and mixing? In this video, I'm going to show you how I would use it and the different scenarios in which I would use it. Tag along for the ride if you want to see. That's stupid. So just before I show an example of actually using it and which scenario is good, I was going to talk about what actually is saturation. So you could think of it as like distortion light or like diode distortion. When we overload a circuit in the analog world, eventually it starts distorting and hitting red. So when we talk about saturation, it's sort of like hitting amber. So we're hitting amber before it hits red, and that is going to start saturating the signal, and more harmonic content is bulking out the sound essentially. So this can be quite good if you want to increase the apparent loudness or thickness of something. It increases the overall RMS of a signal. So if we're talking about multi-band version of that, like what is the point? So the point is to target specific areas of sound. So why would you want to target specific areas of a sound, you may ask? So I think a great scenario of this is when you're using bass guitar or bass instruments. Double bass is really good too. And you may have recorded something and not fully be in love with the sound. So sometimes you can record a bass guitar on certain pickups and it sounds very warm and nice, and you might think that's great, and then when you go to mix it, it's just not cutting through and it doesn't sound as heavy, like it just doesn't sound as big. So multiband saturation can be a really good way to basically bring this up in the mix. And what we can do is we can make 2 different bands or 3 different bands and then target specific areas that we want to bulk up. Essentially, we're adding the bulking agents into the sound and thickening it and making that part louder. So with bass guitar, we have the like sub end, then we have the like low end, and we have the mids. So quite often I feel myself using multiband saturation or even multiband distortion when I want to increase the apparent loudness of the mid range of a bass. A nice warm bass is good, but sometimes you just want that like mid range to pop out and be heard in a mix. And this can be great on like 808 basses. This can be great on bass guitar. It can be great on double bass. And I've used it on those 3 scenarios in 3 different genres, like Americana, in rap. I've used it in electronic music. I've used it multiple different times. So I'm just going to show you a video of like how we can do this now. So here is an 808 bass playing without any saturation. I'm going to turn on the saturation now, multiband. So we can hear that this is increasing those upper harmonics but still keeping that nice low end intact. I'm now going to play an example of it just the same setting but on the full band. You can see how the low end disappears and the whole thing sounds too distorted. So hopefully you can hear from those examples how multiband saturation can be a great way to increase that loudness in certain specific areas while keeping certain areas sounding the same. So if you do like this video, let me know if there's other videos or any topics you want me to cover. Give it a like, repost it if you wish to do so, and yeah, if you're new to my channel then follow it, and I'll be posting stuff pretty much daily if you like that kind of stuff.